see.
Alright, we are live. And, let me tweak this. Do this real quick.
Yeah.
Do you want to say thanks for everyone coming by, showing up, watching this as a video and all that. And do want to apologize for not having a podcast yesterday. I had the flu. The flu was going around. It was not fun. I didn't, like, straight up. Monday is where I got the first symptoms, got the coughs. Then the second day, coughs with a fever. Third day, dry heaving, fever, coughs, congestions. I didn't go to the doctors until Thursday. When I was, like, straight up, like, weak, sore bones, all that stuff. Yeah. Doctors were like, nah, fam. It's past 72 hours. We can't give you anything. I was like, damn, I gotta suffer for the rest. You know, technically my appetite hasn't even come back yet, which fucking sucks. But overall, yeah, that's how my week's been. No gaming, just suffering. But now.
That sounds awful.
Oh
yeah, that sounds real bad.
Yeah. Freaking here, it's like the flu is like, it's too much. Like, I have a friend that his job, like 70% of the workers have the flu. So, like, it's coming around like crazy. Not the coronavirus,
need to wash
of
their
course.
hands, bro.
Yeah.
Wash your hands, people.
Yeah, I was like, bro, and I fucking, like, dude, I couldn't work. So, my paycheck for this week, it'll be barely anything.
Not enough for the slave factory? Oh, man.
Feels bad, man. Feels bad.
Yeah.
Not enough from the overlords.
No, I only worked one
From
day.
Jeff Bezos.
And it wasn't them. I don't think I asked, like, that job. I guess, like, at my school job, probably. What ended up happening. Because you gotta deal with children, and, you know, how that goes. But, thanks for everyone tuning in, and, yeah, we have a couple of topics. I don't think we have a lot of topics, but we have a couple that kind of piled up for last week, even though there wasn't really much topics coming from last week. But we can talk about a couple of the game delays that were announced, and I was very depressed regarding 2 game delays. And those 2 game delays, we can first start with Cyberpunk 2077 was delayed until September, was it 17th? Or
Yeah, September something, bro.
I'll find out.
Squeak.
Yeah.
That's squeak.
Can I click? Okay, no. What? It's saying initial release date, which I don't want the initial release date. Okay, and I searched.
First official release date was April 6th.
Yeah,
it got pushed back.
5 months?
Yeah, by
5 months, yeah.
So September.
September 17th or something like that, I think. That's... I mean, look. Because they don't change on Wiki or anything like that. Okay, September 17th, yes. That was the new release date for that. And how do I feel? There's a lot of things that were going around, right? Saying that the delay was due to consoles. And I still believe that. Console limitations, because they said the game is complete. What I mean by complete, I mean it's done. They have to do, you know, play testing and stuff like that, finding bugs and fixing performance issues.
You know, they came out with a comment.
Yeah.
Because people said it was due to old last gen consoles.
Yeah, and they were trying to say from what I heard, that statement didn't negate anything. They were just, I felt
it sounds like there's a bunch of bugs in the game that needs to be ironed out.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like to me.
Because I felt like they didn't say, like, outright say no, it's not, but they didn't outright, you know, confirm nor deny. They were just like, yeah, there's some bugs and stuff like that. And I'm like, because the reason why I think that is because this happened with The Witcher 3 in that aspect, because think about it like this. Look at the initial, I guess, game footage. it got downgraded. Like
Yeah.
even for the PC versions, like the fog, the fire effects, all this stuff that was in the game. There are videos like analysis of it that the game was downgraded, and they were trying to not say it was, and they were like, yeah, the current gen hardware did hold it back, and all this stuff, and I'm like, the reason why I've always made that argument is because it holds it back. It's just the fact that like, if that wasn't the case, then we would have had those effects in the PC release, which we didn't. You know?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean, when it came out in 2015, wasn't it still taxing on like the hardware then too?
Yeah.
It was hard. So I guess they didn't want like a Red Dead situation where it's like even on the best GPU at the time, it still runs trash.
Yeah.
On Ultra, I guess. I don't know.
But my thing is, I'd rather have that option still. You know,
yeah,
that's
for future proofing.
Exactly.
Their game. Yeah, I agree.
But they for whatever reason didn't do that. So
I'll run the game at medium.
Mm-hmm.
If eventually when I get a GPU upgrade, I can run it at Ultra and see just how crazy it actually was. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I wish, and I hope they do this with Cyberpunk, but I highly doubt it. I feel like they're going to stick with the whole Witcher 3 type of mentality where they're going to just, granted, Ultra still looks good to me, playing the game on Ultra maxed out, but it could have been way better when they first, advertised it, but am I disappointed about the release date? Yeah, it's 5 months, and that's a long time.
Yeah.
And it is what it is on that front. We are having less games now in April. The only games we got now are RE3 and Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
20. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I was going to say, it's like, literally there's like no games right now. So it's like, April's like before looking stacked, and now it's like, it's still two good games coming out. But that's about it.
Man, 2020 is starting off pretty mid, bro.
It's basically because of next gen, and it's like the reason why also with Cyberpunk is that as well their multiplayer feature we won't get that till 2021.
Oh yeah, that shit is still fucking a year out at least.
A year out. So they've stated that. Plus, apparently, some of the employees are doing overtime for that game as well.
I mean,
they said that they're crunching now. Yeah.
Anytime a game gets delayed, there is crunch.
Yeah.
So everyone that says, game delay is great and all that, and I'm like, yeah, it is to a point, but the employees will be overworked. So, yeah.
You gotta hit the deadlines, the new deadlines.
Yep. Otherwise, you're gonna have problems. Like a certain game.
What was I gonna say? But yeah, like like after you beat Star Wars and they like allow you to like watch the dev diaries and shit.
Yeah.
It kind of like it made me think about that. Like they pushed it back 5 months because like when like different teams are working on different things, they work on it and then they might break something and then they have to bring it to the other team to fix it and then they break it again and then this is an ongoing process. So there's definitely gonna be a lot of crunch. But yeah, fucking 2020 is starting off pretty fucking boring.
Honestly,
like this time last year we had 2 games. We had
Yeah. It was Kingdom Hearts,
Resident Evil 2, one of the best games this gen.
Yeah.
And right now we're not having anything until March.
Yeah.
For me, it's gonna be like I'll be getting the collection for Yakuza because I was waiting for a physical release. And 3, 4, and 5 will be for PS4. I think that's the only thing I'm looking forward to in February. But that's yet again a remaster. So
I think like Dreams is coming out in February. If anyone's interested in that shit.
I say wait until there's more level creation. Created. That's just me personally. Unless you're into creating stuff, then yeah, go get it. But for me, I'm waiting until I'd say a year. Especially when it's going to come to probably PC.
Yeah, it's gonna be saturated by then.
Yeah, so I can
Definitely
play other
saturated.
people's levels and all that stuff. I do find it crazy. There's some people that are like trying to make the game worse out to be, where it's like, bro, you're playing some levels that have barely done anything, as well as like levels that aren't good, or you're not even playing the ones that are recommended to you. But
Are you talking about who I think you're talking about?
hey, you probably are thinking
The
that.
person that has a bet, the crazy bet where
Yeah.
there's a person on the internet that thinks Dreams is gonna score higher than Ori,
Listen,
No
I'm
and
not, I'm
way.
not, I'm
Will o' the
not, I'm not,
Wisps.
I'm not that crazy, but I do think,
Who
I do
who
think,
thinks that?
hey
Like
man, listen,
seriously?
A different podcast, dog. There's a guy on a different podcast, dog. He
No,
yeah,
no, no.
he really has
Seriously.
faith in Dreams, and he thinks it's gonna have a higher Metacritic than
Then
Ori, which
no, dude, Ori is a really, really cool game. Like
well,
no
shout out
lie.
to the composer. That man watched some of my videos. So,
shout outs to J Man and Kofi, dog.
but my thing is, listen, play some good levels. I don't think Dreams will score higher than Ori. I do think it's gonna be one of the best creation tools for consumers, to have.
Do you think it's gonna be? Let me put this. Do you think it's gonna be better than the original Big Planet, Little Big Planet?
I don't know. That's a good question. I think this is more sophisticated than Little Big Planet. But my thing is, I do think critics would gravitate more towards Little Big Planet because of how quote unquote cute it is and shit like that.
Sackboy and all the
Yeah.
yarn and the
Yeah, like,
that
a
art
lot of people
style.
think that shit is cute. Whereas, like, this, it's like, there's no, like, set art style, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's different ones, so, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Little Big Planet, is higher. But, I think this is more, like, in depth. And and I will give Sony and Media Molecule credit because Sony can snatch up these people that make these different levels and designs and put them in, better aspects of like their teams and stuff like that. Put them in like Naughty Dog if they're that talented or whatnot. You know what I mean? They can recruit people through that, which is smart too.
they let their teams do what they want to do.
Yeah. So I'm like, dude, if they see somebody that makes this talented level, like a crazy level, right?
Yeah, they're like, oh, let's
talk to this
see if
person.
let's see if he actually wants to make video games.
Yeah. And that's how you can
It's
snatch up
system.
talent like that.
Mhm.
But that's what I personally think. But yeah, Cyberpunk is what it is. We'll go into the next game, Dying Light. This one is a little bit. I wouldn't want to say worse. I
This
would
hurt
say
my heart.
the game
as well.
game was delayed with no release date, so technically it is delayed indefinitely. It could be coming out next year. It could be coming out in 2 years, 3 years,
Oh my
4
God,
years.
no.
There's no Pacific.
No, don't say it. Say it ain't
There's
so.
no Pacific window for its release.
Yeah, so
So
it's delayed
that's the best.
indefinitely, essentially.
Say it ain't
Yeah.
so, bro.
And that game, like, listen, I think Dying Light was underdog. There were some aspects I loved about the game, some aspects I didn't, but they looked like they were gonna improve,
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah, it looked like they're gonna improve on the story. That was the worst part of the game to me. Was the
Oh
story.
yeah, they hired the KOTOR writer for the game. So
Yeah.
I
And that remember the 20-minute showing.
yeah.
It showed that there was options and shit that you can actually make options
No,
like
it's
a real
like a
RPG.
actual RPG.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it sucks because I just want to just keep playing that 20-minute trailer or a 20-minute gameplay showing on repeat because it's like, bro,
I mean,
when
so
the
this
fuck
is
is this game gonna come out now?
this is a
They don't
different
even-
Dying Light, right? Just out
Huh?
of curiosity. This is a different Dying Light.
It's a sequel.
Dying Light 2.
It's a
Dying Light
sequel.
2.
Oh, this is a sequel. Okay, I
Yeah, it's
thought
the second one.
so I was seeing the first one.
Yeah.
Like the first one, few of the 2-bit guys were playing that, and honestly, it's really part of it is fun, some of it isn't. I'm not gonna lie about that. Um, but I just hope the next one really ups the ante with more along the lines of crafting and with even better guns, because the guns they give you isn't that great. I'm not gonna lie.
It's all about the melee weapons,
Yeah.
to be
Yeah,
honest.
it's all about the melee weapons within that game, and the melee weapons you get is like this, what's it called, fork type of thing where you can just cut people's heads off and shit like that, and I'm just like, bruh, this is just it. It's cool in a way, but I think they need to have more variety of weapons.
There was a lot
Uh,
of weapons,
no
melee
variety
weapons.
of not really. There's only just like a throwing knife and like that thing which slashes the people's heads off. So let's
Bro,
say
they had like they had cleavers, they had bats, they had katanas, they had fucking machetes. They had a lot of different melee weapons.
not not like what I thought, maybe like a double-edged sword, or maybe even a Magica chainsaw
You can
or
make like a spiked electric bat.
Well, you can.
Like there's a lot of variety. You made your weapon. Oh.
I mean, it'd be pretty cool to see like an electric chainsaw or some shit like that,
Hmm.
which would be pretty cool. But we won't know for a long while. I think most likely when we'll see something about Dying Light 2 will probably be either the end of this year or probably the beginning of next year.
I don't know. It depends. It might just go not even cross gen. Maybe next gen. I don't know.
Yeah,
No,
I
yeah,
think it's
no,
full.
no. At this point, highly doubt it's gonna be a. I don't think it's gonna be a cross-gen game. It's gonna be a next-gen game. I think they're gonna
It's a
just
full next gen game.
drop the other
It's
ports.
it's a it's a full next gen game anyway, because it's WB after all, isn't it? That publishing it.
I think. I have no idea.
I mean, yeah, but
So
I mean,
knowing
it
them,
was announced to be like a current gen game.
Yeah.
yeah. Originally it was announced for current gen, but I doubt, because they're knowing that with the next gen consoles coming out, half of these big budget games are being pushed back, and knowing
Well,
with the
I don't.
fact
I
that
don't think it's because of the current, next gen. I think it's more like reason why they're getting delayed is because they fucking need that shit.
Yeah, I think it's like it's like they fucked up in development, or it's like a scale bound, maybe a scale bound type situation of some shit.
Yeah.
They're
oh
just trying to
boy,
keep holding on.
if it's a
I don't know.
scale bound situation, oh my fucking
Or maybe it's just managers like mismanaging, like fucking I don't know, like Anthem, like the actual heads don't know what the fuck they're. I don't know.
Yeah.
It could be anything. We don't know,
Mm-hmm.
but
but it's gonna be a rough one for them. I feel, I've got a feeling that's what's gonna be the case.
I hope I hope it doesn't get canceled.
Yeah, that's
That's my
something.
biggest fear. I hope they survive because we
Yeah,
all know fucking what was it, Dead Island 2? That shit's never coming out.
Oh yeah, I remember it was announced for PS4. That shit. Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah, that shit. I remember that fucking the trailer when it was like the girl with the with the roller skates
Oh yeah.
going
And it
on the
was
beach.
CGI too. It wasn't
Yeah.
like any gameplay shown.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
That shit's never coming out, but I hope Dying Light 2 comes out.
And I guess now we can talk. Platinum Games. I don't know how I feel. I think this is gonna be my honest opinion on this. I think they're being dumb. And hear me out for saying it. Legit, they own Wonderful 101 now. Cool. Whatever.
Mhm.
Nintendo gave it to them because I guess Nintendo doesn't really care about the IP like that.
Mhm.
Whatever, right?
Mhm.
They did a Kickstarter. And I'm like, you had money from Tencent. And you can't use that money to just make these ports.
Apparently not, bro.
Like,
Apparently Tencent didn't give enough back.
because
They didn't give enough in the bag, bro.
it's like, I'm not touching that Kickstarter. They can just, Kick a
You don't
rock.
even need to. They're hitting their goals.
Which is
Yeah,
dumb.
They're
I
hitting
think
their
it's
goals
so
on the
dumb, though.
Kickstarter for Wonderful.
I think it's so dumb. People are wasting their money
Yo,
for that.
people supporting them, dog. I don't know.
I mean,
This
I
is
saw a
really,
mini
really
video
dumb.
about.
It's
I
a
mean,
really weird. It's just such a weird situation.
hmm I
Yeah.
mean, I saw a mini video of them like once they hit the goal, they were like clapping and all that around the office, and
It was dumb.
I'm just like, it's a flipping Kickstarter. What else do you expect it to be? A flipping marathon? You should be excited for when the game is gold or some shit like that. Then you should be doing a video like that, but not for a
They
Kickstarter.
need to just be bought out by a fucking company.
I mean, the
already.
thing is, it's
They
like
need
if they don't make a return on stuff, like they're gonna get owned by Tencent. I've said that multiple times. You know,
they about to be owned by somebody. Shit.
because the thing is, they're not gonna get it bought out yet until whatever happens with the Tencent thing. Because you know that money comes with a fucking price.
Oh yeah, for sure. They're like, oh, they're like for right now they think it's not a price to it. They're like, it's fine. It's like, oh look, you want us to help you? Here's some money. But eventually they're gonna be like, nah, fella, you are ours now.
Exactly.
You're part of the Tencent conglomerate. But yeah, it's fucking weird, man. Like, and they keep doing this with what? The same amount of employees. They're not even gaining any employees. They need to get more employees. I don't know what they're doing. They're trying to
I don't know how they're gonna
handle
manage
so
their
many.
money either. With they're
Yeah,
gonna they're gonna.
yeah.
What's the
It
right
seems
way
like
to-
another Telltale situation.
Yeah, I mean, Telltale for them being revived, whatever. I think they're gonna manage their money better. That's what the I guess gist of the interviews that they put out, that they're gonna work on only one IP, per thing. Whereas I feel like Platinum Games doesn't care, and they're gonna be working on like 5 IPs at the same damn time and overworking.
Yeah,
their
Telltale
staff.
learned their lesson.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's just Platinum is just out here with 200 employees trying to work on fucking 5 games at the same time, and we still have not seen Bayonetta 3. They keep talking about all these other goddamn games, and we haven't seen Bayonetta 3, a trailer for that game once since it was announced like 3 years ago.
Astral Chain, you got that game before Bayonetta 3.
It was
Babylon Falls,
Astral Chain was announced and released before Bayonetta 3 even got a trailer.
and now Babylon Falls is gonna be coming out before Bayonetta 3.
It's like, what the fuck? What are they doing? Hire more staff, manage your money, just get bought out entirely. Fucking jeez, do something.
Yeah.
Do something besides trying to fucking handle 5 projects with 200 people. And like with like a shoestring budget. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah, and I forgot to mention platforms for Wonderful 101's coming to PC, PS4, and Switch. No Xbox. You know, Platinum Games kind of has like some bad blood between them and Xbox, so
Yeah.
don't be.
Oh yeah,
seeing that stuff.
there's more news about that shit too.
Yeah, I know that we could talk about it. That they want from Microsoft Scalebound because they're looking to self-publish it, and I don't know if Microsoft is willing to part ways with that IP.
Knowing
Yeah,
Microsoft, they'll just let go of it within a year.
I don't know. They don't like each other, so I wouldn't be surprised if Microsoft says no too. They're like, no.
If Microsoft was smart, they would have one of their newfound devs, one of their new studios to work on it. But I feel like Microsoft just gonna let that game die.
Mm-hmm.
And just, I feel like they don't. They're just gonna let it die.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're not really, invested in the game in the studio. So that's
Yeah.
something to take into consideration.
Yeah.
Yeah, that fucking. It's unfortunate. That shit. I actually like the way Scalebound looked. Besides the obviously
I'd
performance
rather they
problem.
had that game than freaking Crackdown 3.
Absolutely.
Oh.
Absolutely. I played Crackdown 3 last year, and that shit was big mid is the best way I can describe it. It was very mediocre. But yeah, that was it's just sad. I would like, I mean, if it were up to me, I would say maybe instead of Platinum doing that, have somebody else. Like, let me think.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know actually. Fuck. I forgot, what was the combat like? Was it still like Bayonetta when he was on the dragon? I forget.
I don't know. It felt different. Seemed different to me in that aspect. Looked, I don't know. To me, it looked different. Like, because you got to fight dragons and stuff like that, and that's the only thing I give credit where Platinum Games is concerned. Where like that one looked vastly different than the stuff that they normally make.
Yeah.
Because I said the same thing. I said Babylon Falls looks the fucking same in terms of combat design as Astral Chain
Hmm.
and all that. But I guess we can talk quickly about. No, we can't actually talk quickly about that. You know what? No, we could talk. Dan Hauser left Rock. Why I was about to say Steady for some reason.
Rockstar.
Rockstar Games.
Rockstar,
He's been with the company for ages.
20 years.
Yeah, and this kind of comes following the news that Take Two wants Rockstar to pump out more games.
That's what we all want.
Yeah.
But the problem is them pumping out more games means less quality control,
Yeah.
and less them trying to make innovative aspects to their games. You know, love them or hate them, like they do make very big games. When it comes to GTA, Red Dead, Bully, all those games, like those
People
are
have been.
huge games.
You see, people. I've seen people ask for Bully 2, and that is a like on its own community. It's a big thing, but it hasn't happened yet.
Yeah,
GTA
people have
6,
been praising for
G,
that shit for a while.
GTA 6 most likely will happen on next gen, right? That's on its own.
But
Right?
they
Oh,
usually
for
go
sure.
by 5 years. But from this, it might be less than 5.
Yeah,
Since
because apparently because there was like a little tease or whatever, that they did for GTA 6 at the Super Bowl, and I was like,
was it? I didn't
okay.
even see it.
Now I saw that on Reddit.
I don't know. But usually they don't tease stuff like that. They just show it
So
off.
it was just like a little tease. It was nothing big or obvious of that thing of that ascent. Like visually, I think I can't remember, but basically it was good. Apparently, it was just teased at the Super Bowl, but don't know what though. It was a rumor and then a news post. I'll get you the news post anyway.
Mm.
Let me get you the news post. There you go. There you go.
Mm. Let's see. There's always GTA 6 leaks and stuff.
I don't know.
This was teased at the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I was a bit.
Supposedly it was just a parody. That's what they're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just amateurish. So no, they didn't tease. Made it look like it, but
Subject.
not at all. But Dan Hauser leaving, right? Listen, love him, hate him.
He's a big part of the franchises that we love in GTA and Red Dead.
Yeah.
At least in the last 10 years, because you know how fast
In the
Rockstar makes games.
Mm-hmm.
In the last 20 years, they've put out some really, really cool games.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
No denying it. Right? They've put out San Andreas from Vice City all the way up to GTA 6 with the GTA series, Red Dead, and Bully, and all these different games. But it's gonna feel for Rockstar now. They gotta focus on what's gonna come forward for the next generation console.
Yeah.
With Dan Heiser leaving, it is gonna be there's gonna be a little bit of a missing part of them knowing.
They're gonna need to find a new creative lead.
Yeah, there is going to be someone. They have to find someone that is on the par or above what Dan Heiser used to do.
Look,
They're-
What Jacob?
What,
if y'all
Jigga?
wanna know why I'm late, blame Red Hood and the coronavirus.
Oh my
Nah,
gosh,
nah,
this
nah,
guy.
nah.
That
we
man,
don't-
that man caught the
nah.
coronavirus for 2 weeks and I had forgot
Yeah.
about the podcast.
Definitely not, sir.
No,
Nah,
no.
I'm sorry, y'all. I have been streaming, didn't know
Nah.
today was
He's been
Tuesday.
streaming on twitch.tv/April1.
Oh,
Just say it
man.
now.
There you go.
Did I miss every good topic? Oh man,
No, we just
You
talked
did miss some of the
delays.
ones.
Just the delays between Dying
Delays,
Light 2,
that's the one
Cyberpunk.
that and Cyberpunk got me hurt.
Yeah, you got you.
Got
Yeah,
everyone
same,
hurt.
bro. Same.
And now we got no games until March.
Yep.
Mm.
2020 is dead until March.
When we fucking oh my god, not Resident Evil. What's that game?
Which one?
Final Fantasy 7.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
April.
that's
April
that's
10th.
that's
bro.
That's
April.
April.
Really?
It got delayed
Yeah.
till
Yeah, that
March
shit got
3rd till
delayed
April
too.
10th.
When did they get delayed? I don't remember seeing it.
It got
Yeah.
delayed a few weeks.
Yeah, I can't, like in April with the Avengers game.
Wow. So I really have nothing to. Wow. It's sad out here.
Yeah,
Jig is
man.
just,
It's
like, blacked out.
we in March. It is Doom,
And
Ori,
Persona.
and what do you call it? Animal Crossing.
Well, I might have to play Animal Crossing, bro. Damn, it's dry
Nah,
out
dude,
here.
I'm just gonna do
Yo,
the remake for
2020 looking
Pokemon
kinda
Mystery
mid.
Dungeon. That's just me.
I'm not gonna say mid, but it's not looking great so far.
That's how. Well, you know how the saying goes. That's how
Yeah.
some other fellas saw it. Saw things early in February of last year, but you know.
I ain't got nothing to do with that. I like everybody.
So good though.
But I forgot to mention Dan Houser. Listen, he did a lot. I'll leave it like that. Some people hate him. Some people love him. I know a lot. Actually, no. Some voice actors love him. Some voice actors also hate him. It's been known. I know the guy who plays CJ does not like the Houser brothers. Just because they didn't pay him well, from what I've heard. And he said he'll never come back, I think. But my thing is, you always say you never come back until they pay you a bunch of money.
But some of them dudes, it's like I don't even blame Rockstar. It's on you. Like, you know how big these games are. Why are you taking little amounts of money? Like, nah, you got to pay me big money. But then it's
That's why they joined. That's why they created the union, right? They created the movement. But yeah, some of the biggest people, the biggest voice actors didn't go a part of the movement, like Troy Baker and what's his name?
Oh yeah, because they don't need to.
Yeah, because they make money. They're in everything, so they don't have to worry about it.
Then that's the problem, because like the big people aren't in it, so it's like it means nothing.
No.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
But
So
I also gotta say, let it be known, quality may dip because they're gonna be pumping out more games and not that 5-year life cycle that they normally do. So.
And you know what, Red Hood, I'm fine with that.
They're fine with that.
yeah,
Because of all the quality
GTA.
Resident Evil. No. Of all the quality Red Dead 2 had, and all like the lines of dialogue and like the small detail, that game was still only an 8 out of 10 for me.
Okay.
Because of all the problems I had with the game.
Yeah,
So it's
so
like-
if they don't have as long, there's gonna be more problems.
No, I mean like all the realism and the quote unquote attention to detail. A lot of the realistic aspects of that game were fucking a chore, bro.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to deal with the chore. I don't want to have to like clean my horse
Okay.
to play a game.
I have no
I don't-
problem.
I don't-
It's annoying, but I don't have no problem.
I
with
don't
it.
like. I don't want to like when I'm pickpocketing. When I'm picking up money from dead bodies that I've killed. I don't want to have to go and literally
See,
search every. You have to search each two of their pockets. You have to search 2 of their pockets each person. I've killed
Yeah.
20 people.
and
I'm there for another 5 minutes.
I can
It's like,
agree
bro.
with that. And my thing is, like, I personally think it should be a feature, right? You know, they can disable this in the menu or something like that. Like, I wish they did something like that. And my thing is, like, like putting out games in a faster pace than what they're used to. You're making them pump out way more games than they're able to, right?
If
And
they at
like
least put out a game every 2 years,
that's a
that
lot.
that would be
But
fine.
no, because they already crunching with the little bit of games they have now. Just imagine if, bro, they gonna be crunching to death. It's gonna be like a
It's
fucking
because they're
spike
trying
in.
to do this because of the scope of the game. Like, look at the scope of Red Dead 2. Like,
But
it's
then
because of the scope of the game and all the intricate detail. If they would make like smaller projects, it would not be as bad.
But then these smaller projects can pile up to not be good projects, and their reputation goes down the drain.
Well, if they're not good projects, then that means that the devs or the managers that are managing the devs are just doing a poor job. Because the devs are still the same. It's
I
just
mean,
the
yeah,
size,
but
the scope of the game is smaller
and I agree
of
with
each game.
partial like take for that, because it's like, think about it like this: you're going to be in an environment where they're like, all right, we need to get this done in 2 years, and we can't have these big ambitious things. We can't do that anymore, never again, because Take-Two wants us to keep pumping out games, and now we have to make intrusive microtransactions with all our games.
Hold on. We're not gonna pretend. We're not gonna pretend. Also, like, Rockstar is like just they have multiple dev teams, don't they?
Well, they have one for online, and of course one for their single player aspects, and of course you have different parts of the dev team doing different
make
aspects
billions of
of it.
dollars. You're telling me they can't, hire
Bruh, you know who owns them?
They make billions of dollars.
But no, yes. And you know who they also own? I mean, who not? They also own 2K.
Yeah.
2K makes $1 billion every year. You know what they do? They don't hire more devs. That's something they don't do. Which 2K will be a better game if they hire more devs. What they want to do? Hire more devs.
The same thing with they own the 2K license for WWE, and that shit's like down the drain as well.
It's like, bro, they make there's no excuse to it, because like they make enough to where
That's
they
the
can hire
problem
some
with the
people.
parent company. I mean that's a problem. I mean that's obviously a problem. But that's not my fault that there's
We're not saying it.
Yeah,
It's
we're
your
not
fault.
saying it's your fault.
that are
But the thing is, they have to now adhere to what Take-Two says.
Yeah,
They have to cut
they have to.
corners. They're gonna have to do stuff like things that they don't like, and of course, they're gonna crunch more, and they're gonna get to the employees are gonna get to the point where they can probably leave, and then you're gonna have it to the point where this studio will probably most likely end up like BioWare, like literally like a former damn shell. You know what I mean? It's when it comes to that, like love them or hate them, I making those big games, let them do it. Like they'll listen to the complaints of that game. Like, you know what I mean? Like you complaining about that stuff of Red Dead 2, they would have took that into their next game and say, listen, people are not liking that. We need to
that's another thing.
aspect.
But that's another thing about Rockstar Games. Honestly, they've been doing the same formula of type of game, same formula for a long time.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I can
Like
agree with that.
the movement of characters, like not even just that, like GTA series, Red Dead series, like the movement of the characters, like the gunplay, they're very similar. They've been doing the same thing for a long time. It's formulaic.
Okay, yeah, I can agree with that.
It's good, but it's formulaic, bro.
Yeah. No, I can agree with that aspect.
Them having long like dev cycles of like time working on the game or whatever. It hasn't changed the formula.
Mm-hmm.
They're still making the same like feeling of game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like,
okay.
I mean, either way, like I just feel like Rockstar needs to change.
But I don't think this
I
change
think Take-Two was
is that good. You know what I mean? Like there can be change, but not what Take-Two has in mind.
Well, I can't control that.
No, I'm not
They,
saying
that, I
you can't.
mean,
Like
it is what it is.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say, but like, if their next, I mean, that's the thing. If their next game comes out, if in 5 years and it still feels like a Red Dead 2 type game where they're trying to go for ultra detail and realism, but they're doing the same formula and they're neglecting actual gameplay and mechanics. It's just like it's a waste of my time
Yeah.
at that point. It's like I waited this long for the next project just to be the same problems. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't think it's coming out in like 5 or 6 years. You know what I mean? It's like
It'd
I'm
be
pretty
more
sure
like
Dan Hauser left because of what was happening, and he wasn't liking where Rockstar was going. So he left, and his brother, I think it's his brother, stayed.
Hmm.
So we'll see. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if the other Hauser brother left.
I'll say that they're just in an interesting situation, but I just want to see something different from Rockstar. Just
As well.
different gameplay.
And I mean, it might be different in terms of quality control and stuff like that. That might
I
actually
want them to make an RPG, bro.
That's gonna take time.
Look, they got
Seems
time.
like
Do they?
I don't know.
I think they could make a good Western RPG, but they have to fucking completely overhaul their gameplay mechanics. Completely overhaul them.
Which I think they're good enough to do, but whether they do it or not, that's up to them, bro.
Yeah.
but I doubt it. I think what they're gonna do is they'll change up a couple of things, but the only thing we'll see it's gonna be where instead of it being 5 years, they'll cut it down to 3 years. That's what I believe.
Or even less.
Or even less, yeah. I don't see any more with what's it called, Rockstar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the games, they'll continue on making GTA. I'll see them continue on making Red Dead 2. I do not see them trying different things like, different IPs or brand new IP. I don't see them doing that.
Yeah, Red Dead was like their only technically new IP.
New IP.
I'm
Yeah,
really
in the
sure.
last 2 generations, it's the only new one they had.
I'm needing to put Red Dead on the back burner, bro.
Oh,
Like,
absolutely.
like-
I don't need a Red Dead 3 anytime soon.
Yeah,
But they're gonna make a GTA 6 though. It's like
No, I'm okay with that, but because
That goes like
that
from
game makes
it's
some
gonna be
sense,
the same formula. It's gonna
But-
be the same formula.
but how
bro.
to break up that formula is you do another game. Like I don't know what they would do. Like that's not
I
my
mean,
job.
the only thing you
They
can
would
do
have
with
to make a
GTA
new IP or bring back one of their old.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Make it like a new IP.
the only thing I can think of what GTA 6 can do is like instead of it, you know how what's it called, GTA
What?
4 was when you had different stories. So you had the main game, right?
Oh, you're talking about the DLCs?
Yeah. But instead of that being as a DLC, you put that as the main story. Which obviously they tried with GTA 5 and it did well for a few years, but then now everyone's on that Red Dead 2 thing.
No, that game dead.
Yeah.
The multiplayer?
Yeah, the multiplayer, single player. People pretty much beat that, and
I mean, people are still playing the what you call multiplayer just for the roleplay stuff. I think maybe they need to bring that
no,
to
I
the
don't think so.
forefront.
Actually,
Yeah.
I have not looked into that in
No, I've
terms of
only seen
roleplay. I just know
GTA 5.
GTA 5 is still big on
Yeah.
roleplay RP.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
know
big
about
on.
Red Dead though.
So GTA 5 is big on roleplay. They tried it with Red Dead 2. I know that, but I don't think it worked out. I really don't think that's why they're stuck with GTA 5.
Hmm.
But when GTA 6 comes out, I think they might have to bring forefront of role playing and put that as the big thing for the company. I think, or for
But
the
I don't really think they have much to do with the role playing. I think that's
No, it's no, the roleplay is literally a mod.
yeah, that's other people who do the role playing. Like they really have nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
No, I know, but I mean, let's say, if you're on a console base, I think instead of it being as a mod for the next game, you put it it's already within the game for you. You get that option to do role play. So you say, oh, you could play GTA role play. There's a
That's gonna
mode for
be that will be a lot of dev work, like because they're like the mod community for GTA is humongous,
yeah.
and that like the role playing for that game, the much and as much work that they put in those modders,
Hmm.
that's a lot of work.
True.
I mean, that shit's still getting updated.
Yeah, consistently. But still, it's like it would be nice to have that on your console as well. I feel
Hmm.
I
that's just
mean,
me. That's just me, though. I mean, what do I know? I'm just a flipping 28-year-old that doesn't know much.
Yeah. So I guess we can now talk about something interesting. Well, not really, because the studio is gone. It's the London studio for Sony for VR. That studio has been closed.
oh
Um,
no,
you know, prayers and thoughts out to the people that lost their jobs.
yeah.
I don't know what else to say. I haven't played their VR game, so I can't really speak much on that fact. But yeah, they lost their jobs. So,
Yeah.
quickly, I'm gonna talk Cage 3 Remind. I played that. I did not beat it because I've been grinding and trying to get the Ultima Keyblade, and I will kid you not, you're gonna get your ass handed to you with the limit cut episode with the 13 boss battles, and I have not yet also fought the super secret boss at supposedly the end of the game. But yeah, if you're looking for a hard thing to play, it's that. Um, it's not. It's very incredibly hard. It's fair but very hard. You have to memorize attack patterns and all that aspects of the DLC. Um, and also they included stuff for the story and all that, and added new cutscenes and all that stuff. If you're a Core Cage fan in general, you'll like the DLC. But if you're trying to want to get into it and you just didn't like Kingdom Hearts in general, the DLC won't be for you.
That's interesting you say that because most of the Kingdom Hearts fans I've seen do not like the DLC.
I've followed a lot of KH fans, and they fucking love that DLC. I don't know which
I've
ones you're following, because the guys I
I've
follow, like Game Inspection, Sora, Gamers Critical or something like that, Gamerstrong or whatever his name is, and all those people that I'm looking at my Twitter timeline, and they very much like the DLC a lot.
I've heard what I've heard is it's mid.
Well, I played the game, the
Um,
DLC and stuff like that. I'm giving my opinion here, and it's very good when it comes to that. And they fixed some of the fighting animations and adding combo breakers and all that. And it feels very much fluid and very much like KH2. So if you're big into the KH2 combat, then yeah, you'll like that aspect that they improved on that for the modifiers and stuff like that.
Also, I would just say viewers be wary because I also heard isn't it short too?
It depends. If you're talking about
I mean,
just
if you're not
Rewind,
doing the
if you're oh
bosses,
yeah,
you're just
if you're
that's just
just
like
going
2
for the
hours.
story, then yeah, that's gonna be short. But if you're going, which the whole appeal for me as a KH fan was the limit cut episode along with the secret episode, was fighting those bosses. These bosses are way different than the ones in the main campaign. Different attack patterns and all that, and you can't just mash X and all that and think you'll beat it, because you won't. Um, I haven't even technically beaten one yet. I'm trying to get the Ultima Keyblade, and then actually, fight the 13 bosses for data
I saw
organization.
Alish was streaming it.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the bosses.
Yeah, Alish also, like, from what I heard, he also loves that DLC as well.
Yeah, he is the only person besides you that I know that liked it.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it's very good. I can recommend if you're a core KH fan. If you're not that,
Just be wary. Be wary with your wallet, fellas.
don't get it. But if you're a core KH fan and you wanted a KH2 experience, then yes, you'll get the KH2 experience that you yearn for in KH3. So, what else? I'm trying to think. Any gaming things that happened. I think that was really.
Wait, where's Taladia?
Wait,
yeah,
I did forget. The leaked Xbox One X. Why I say One X? Xbox Series X. Supposedly got confirmed that it's expandable memory storage or something like that. So yeah, you can expand your memory with that one slot in the back.
It looks like an SD card reader.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
I
it
think
is.
it's an
Like,
SD
why is there an SD card reader
I don't
on
know.
a console in 2020?
I don't
Somebody
know.
said it was gonna
fucking
be.
weird.
It's not an SD card. It's some different thingy. I don't know, bro.
Mm-hmm. It's something like that. It was an SD card or just regular. Like,
This is gonna be
expandable storage.
some proprietary. I can speak
Proprietary.
proprietary or whatever.
Proprietary.
Yeah, that fucking word, bro.
Yeah.
I got you.
And also,
It might be, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
It would be weird. A SD card reader on a console makes no sense. I'll just throw that out there. So I would hope it's like some other type of storage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, do you mind? There's a couple of topics in terms of gaming that I can talk about.
Uh-huh.
No?
Yeah.
All right. So the first one obviously is the Dragon Ball Z Kakarot review that it's already been like coming up to a month now, and overall on Metacritic it was given a 73 on the PlayStation 4, but user review on the PlayStation 4 it was given an 8.4, and with me playing the first 3 sagas already, it's a really it's a really cool game. Obviously there is so many ads like that AIs that pops up, when you're flying around and stuff. That was my little minus side of it. The RPG element to it I think is pretty cool. The only thing that I do know though as well is that the DLC is that it'd be 2 separate stories and then a big saga. So we're gonna get like one episode, one time. Then we're gonna get another date, which would be the second part to that episode, and then a big saga, which is a big thing. So I've been told that as well, and it looks pretty cool to hear that. But overall, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, I would recommend getting it if you're huge into Dragon Ball. And now I know these guys hate Dragon Ball Z Kakarot as they know it's a repeat. Yes, it's a repeat, but it's a different experience.
It's not.
Let it be known, I am also a Dragon Ball Z fan.
I am a huge Dragon Ball Z fan, but let it be known, I don't just dislike it because it's just a repeating of the same sagas when they also have Dragon Ball and Super they can also take from.
I heard that
it's
Super will be in this. Like,
well, as an
but
expansion, though.
it's not in the game though.
It's not in the main game. Apparently, within the PC folders or whatnot, that Beerus, Whis, and Super Saiyan God Vegeta's in the game, and Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta's in the game as well.
But I'll also say that I'm just annoyed because people keep buying these fucking anime games because they have no standards. These companies are doing the bare minimum for anime. They're doing bare minimum for games.
You see,
and people keep buying them.
I will
Like they
also
can
say,
do so much more if they actually put more time and effort into the actual franchise. Like we're getting the same sagas. How about when was the last game that actually had the Dragon Ball sagas in it? When was the
never. It's a
last
you
game?
mean
long
the
game.
active
That,
game?
Yeah, he's talking
That was a
about
what?
lot.
When was the
Kid
last
Goku.
game that
That
had?
was a long ass time ago. We're talking 1980s,
Yeah.
1990s.
How come we haven't had that in forever? How come they're not showing new fucking? Why are they not showing Dragon Ball Super or GT? They're not trying. Like, why are they? Why are they making the? They're doing like minimal effort to make it a quote unquote RPG.
Hmm.
Like, like the minimum effort. Like you can't even change your outfits in the game. Like,
I will say
That's
this that this
that is frustrating.
I call this game like Xenoverse
it's
and
Xenoverse 3.
at you want to know something? I did see a secret boss and
It's a
It's
Xenoverse boss.
yeah, yeah, yep. I saw that on
literally
YouTube as
it
well.
takes place between Xenoverse 1 and 2
No lie, they put that in the game. I was just like, what the fuck?
because it's literally another Xenoverse.
Oh my god.
No, you guys can laugh at that, but obviously for me, like when I was playing this, this is legitly what a Superman game should be. You know, because and before you say, yo, you know, this, that, and the other, but we haven't had a good Superman game. But if you
Oh
think
yeah,
about it,
people have been getting flying right. Anthem got flying right. Now this, people getting flying right.
yeah. So the
Okay.
way I see it, it can be done. It
Well,
can
I
be
will
done. If you,
say not with that combat system.
not with the combat system, but with the flying mechanics, yeah. With the flying
Yeah.
mechanics, of course.
It's just
Because
they're not. It's wow.
I mean,
I want better. Like I don't buy this. This is why I don't buy anime games like I used to. I used to
mhm.
buy the anime games of the yesteryear, the PS2 era. I used to buy a lot of anime games.
Like
Nowadays,
raging.
I don't buy them shits because they're all the same practically. They're not trying. My Hero Academia is at anime game. It's literally just a Naruto Ultimate Storm, just a fucking reskin. Like
Yeah.
And what's
these
the other
Dragon
one?
Ball
One Punch Man.
The Xenoverse games. Like
And there's a bunch of
I
Punch
didn't
Man.
buy them because I didn't care about creating my own character, but then they just did the same thing. They made a sequel and then now they made another sequel and called it something different. But now it's we're just going through the same sagas that we've already been through. It's like, bro,
Yeah. You see, like for me, it
with
was
slight like light RPG mechanics. Oh,
for me.
I can eat food. Like
You see,
Jesus.
for me, there's a lot of things within the game because there's like, I would say, for each saga, it's about 7 to 8 hours, give or take. If you really push your mind to it,
I mean,
it's
yeah, you
easy
can do side quests that lead to practically like
at any time. Yeah, right. But it's the thing is with this game though, the one thing I feel as if that it really did pop out for me was because it was not the Xenoverse that what I thought it'd be like. Oh, Xenoverse, blah 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 blah, and you'll get to create your own character. Nah, you actually get to play the characters, which is Goku, Vegeta, Gohan, and Trunks, and Gotenks, and whatever, right? But I'm only
mm,
up to the Cell Saga at the moment. So I'm sorry, the Cell games. I'm only up to that bit. So playing the first three sagas, the Saiyan, Frieza, and a bit of the Android Saga, I really am enjoying, you know, the thing. But it's nothing like the anime though. They really have changed a lot of the stuff within the game. So this, if you're expecting, oh, it'll be like the anime, it's not. It's nothing like the anime, and they've taken a lot of stuff that was in there out of the game. So let's
yeah,
say,
they took a lot of good moments, memorable moments like the final like Vegeta's final flash to Cell. They took that as not in the game anymore.
yeah, that's not even in the game. Final Flash is in the game. Um, Super Saiyan 3 Goku's, you know, ultimate like 5 minute thing. That's
Yeah.
not even That's not much there. Ultimate Gohan's, where
Mystic Gohan.
Mr. Gohan, yeah, Mr. Gohan saying to 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 Trunks and Gotenks, that's all gone,
Mm.
and even when he's even within like Vegito, it's like that fusion thing as well, which I saw on YouTube. It was just like that's
Mhm.
not what it was like in the anime. So they've taken a lot of aspects out of that, and I really think that that's a missed opportunity. They could have put that in, and it would have been a far better rating than what it is right now.
Mhm.
That's my take. Even they had a what's it called update for the game because of loading times and shit like that.
Mhm.
And that's the downside to it. It's just the loading times. Obviously you get to replay the boss fights as well, which is pretty cool. You get to play against Frieza, Cell, Boo, and all of that. You get to replay them. And you know what's even funnier? Like you guys will laugh about this, is that Android fucking 21's in the game as
Yeah, I did
well.
see that.
Yeah.
I saw a video pop up.
Yeah, it's
Like it
Android
connects with
21
Fighter Z as well for
for
yeah.
her.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
the thing is, like, supposedly this whole Xenoverse fighters, like, it's all
All in the
fucking
same
connected.
realm.
Yeah, in the same world and shit.
That's weird, but
Because it's like, I don't know how to explain it.
It's
So you
so-
got
that-
Xenoverse
it's
1,
weird.
Dragon Ball Kakarot in the middle, and freaking Xenoverse 2, and then Fighters after that.
right.
Yeah.
But once playing this game, honestly, I would still, if I would still play it. Like, don't get me wrong, I'd still play the game because there's a lot of stuff that you can do after the game is story is complete. Because unless you want to go for the platinum trophy, there's a lot
Yeah.
more you can do. So it's not only just up to level 75, you can go up to 100 plus. That is something truly challenges you, and I've seen few of my friends already up to that 100, nearly 100 mark, and it's really challenging against the boss. So if I was you guys, if you haven't played, if you want to get Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, or if you are interested in Dragon Ball Z, I would recommend getting this game till the next big game comes out, which will most likely be, was it April? Did you say?
Well, it depends. Like, March, you have, um, Pokemon
March-
Mystery
March has
Dungeon
Doom.
Remake, Doom, Persona 5
And
Royal,
Ori.
and Ori,
Those are
Right.
big games.
and Animal
But-
Crossing, but I'm not a big Animal Crossing
We don't classify that as a big game, but yeah. So one of those big
Wait,
games.
what?
guy. Oh,
Wait,
I don't
wait.
class-
You said you don't classify Animal Crossing as a big game?
As a console base, yeah, PlayStation 4, Xbox, PC. No, I don't
No,
classify that.
It's a
sells
Switch.
fucking
It's a
lot, and it's
Nintendo
Switch
game, and it
exclusive,
has a
yes.
humongous player. It's
Yeah,
a humongous fan base. What do you mean?
But
It is
I
a
don't
big game.
consider it a AAA. I consider like a big like I wouldn't consider indie.
It
either, I
is.
don't
It
know.
is a big game in terms of like popularity. It's literally a
it
big game.
sells well. Like everyone.
Yeah, so I haven't. I don't
It's
have
gonna
a
sell.
Nintendo.
It's gonna sell better than literally every other game in that month.
Whoa,
To be
geez,
Wait,
honest.
somebody
but ain't
please
nothing in
clip
that
that.
month, is it?
Please, somebody. I wish
No,
somebody.
Animal
that.
Crossing. Animal Crossing is one of Nintendo's best-selling IPs. Literally,
No, but
like it'll sell like probably like 15 million or something like that.
the way I see it right now, up until, next month or the month after, I would recommend just getting Kakarot. I would just get the standard edition. You don't. It's not even worth getting the ultimate. If you want to get the season pass, good, but ultimate's not even worth it because the thing is, the music pack is basically from Xenoverse and Fighters. That's what the music pack is, and I found that out. So I was just like, nah. But so just moving on swiftly, is the second topic is about this was just in today about exclusive new Batman game and what it's not an Arkham game, but it's a reboot, an actual reboot. So what it says in the article, it says, which is GWW, Geeks Worldwide, sources closest to Geek Worldwide say that the new Batman game is a soft reboot and critically acclaimed the Batman Arkham franchise. This will come as a shock to some who are hoping a continuation from the franchise, a sequel to Night, which was going to be Damian Wayne's son, as the Cape and Kyle, but that was cancelled by WB Montreal, and the game was 2016, but because of management on all of that back in the day. But the new Batman game will kick off a new, somewhat cohesive DC gaming universe shortly after its release this fall. It will be followed up by a next-gen DC game from the creators of the Batman Arkham franchise, Rocksteady Studios. The roadmap is foggy, and that sources have said that the next-gen Superman game, not Rocksteady, is also in the works at Warner Brothers, but nothing confirmed yet. Details on the Batman game, though, story, plot, and gameplay are being kept tightly under wraps. We know that it will feature the Bat family and the infamous Court of Owls, and introduction of co-op into the franchise. And that WB Montreal first teased this dial thing. I think it was January 9th, where it's like an old school telephone type of image, where it shows the Demon's Head and the GCPD logos in that little circle. Plus, I do know as well within this that what was that thing called again? The flood music. I think the flight music is also making the score for the game for the next Batman game, as they have been retweeting stuff on Instagram and Twitter. They are a duo, and they'll be taking over from Christopher Drake. Instead of him making it, it'll be these people. And they previously did Assassin's Creed Odyssey, Horizon Zero Dawn, Alien Isolation, and Little Big Planet 3. And plus with this game, with the Batman game as well, from what it looks like we're going to get something along the lines of October/November release window from what rumors are saying. So what do you guys think about that? About the whole, what DC are doing with their game?
I've said before the podcast started, I think that release window isn't good for them. And I think fall for them in general isn't that good. It happened with Arkham Origins. It's going to happen again with this game. That's not going to sell as many units with the amount of games coming out in fall and the soon-to-be more announced games coming out in fall as well. I don't think it's good for them. I already made my stance. If they were to reboot it, I think that's too quick. Because I could understand if it was 10 years, like rebooting a franchise or something like that. You already had Arkham. That foundation was already built through Rocksteady and all that stuff.
You see, but they're not changing the engine.
I'm not saying that. I understand what a reboot is.
Yeah.
To me, you're like legit foregoing the Arkham name, and that has a lot of staying power. So when you say Batman, I don't think you're going to also sell a lot. And granted, I'm not saying like they're gonna sell like peanuts or something like that. No, I think they're just gonna still sell well, but probably to the degree of Arkham Origins on that aspect, and which wasn't the best seller, which was the least sold amount of an Arkham game, and them rebooting it, just I don't know.
And with them mapping out a gaming universe.
My thing is, you could have mapped it out around Arkham.
Yeah.
Like,
to
me, it just doesn't make any sense whatsoever. And these Easter eggs that were being pointed in so many directions in night and all that. And you're just like, oh, we're rebooting, even though the franchise is, like, still alive and kicking. It just doesn't make any sense whatsoever. What are you going to do when if this franchise doesn't, kick off? Well, reboot again or go back to Arkham? That just doesn't make any sense whatsoever. So, like, listen, I need to see more trailers. I need to see a trailer. I don't care about the leaks. Like, we all knew it was going to come out in fall. I mean, that's not really a good, guess estimate. And then we already heard about the supposed reboot. I mean, this to me just was like a culmination of what everyone else has heard on that aspect of this supposed leak. So, in that aspect, listen, I need to see the game. I need to see the gameplay. I need to just see what the game looks like because I wouldn't be surprised if it's not as good graphically as Arkham Knight was. And that happened with Arkham Origins compared to City. So.
Well, we will see. Like, you never know. They might surprise us, or they might come up with something out the hat. We will never know. Like, it could be next month, or it could be the month after. Who knows? Blessed Red, what do you think of the whole thing, of the article, reading it earlier
I think
for the podcast?
for a reboot,
Mm-hmm.
I think it's kind of early, but I think I'm gonna. I think I don't know. Without the Arkham name, yeah, I think it will sell less.
Mm-hmm.
I think it is a weird move by them to just try and reboot it so early. But I think for them to try and start like a DC game universe, I think that's gonna be cool. Still want to know what Rocksteady is fucking doing. At least we know it's in the DC universe,
Yeah,
I
and it's
guess.
a game as a service game. Yeah, so at least we know those two things. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Jigga, like, if he's still there. Um, but like, I honestly feel for myself, it's a big thing for them to shift from the Arkham name, just drop it, because that was Rocksteady's thing, and obviously it did sell well for Rocksteady, but now seeming as WB Montreal, they flopped. No one's gonna deny that. And with the whole continuity error, with Arkham Origins to Arkham Knight, it kind of makes sense for them to reboot it and to really try and push this thing out. And we'll just call this the New 52 universe for DC
But
games.
why reboot? Because I wouldn't be surprised if they create their own continuity errors themselves.
So, like,
So let's
what?
say the sequel to this Batman game, and they just create a continuity error.
So, I doubt they're gonna make another Batman game anyway, because from what sources or people are saying is that they're not making another Batman game after this one. So it's gonna be a different IP. It's not a franchise. So, and people are saying it's Superman. So, and people wanting that now as well. So it's a big thing. Um, but I just hope that they announce something in the next month or two. I really hope they do, and that they get this out of the let this go and just don't hold it within, because they've been harassed on Twitter in shops, because the game director said on Twitter recently he went to get a protein shake, and the guy at the store just asked him directly, "Oh, when is the do you know anything about the game?" And he couldn't say anything because he was only just getting the protein shake. And there was another person on Twitter that's harassed the game designer about this stuff. And honestly, it's a bit stupid and dumb. You shouldn't harass these people about the game. Obviously, we're all anxious for the game, but like, it's all down to WB. And I think when they're gonna announce it, I think it'll be round about the time MK11's DLC, which is Spawn, the next one. Once that is, the gameplay reveal is done, which is 8th of March, then I think the Batman game will start picking up pace with their marketing scheme. I think.
Hmm.
Uh, Jigga, what do you think
About what now?
about the new Batman game and it being a reboot of DC gaming universe, and that the game essentially will have the Arkham engine, but then won't have it'll be a new story, so to say.
Really don't care. Like,
You,
I'm done. Like, I just had my feel with the Batman games. They did what they needed to, and unless
mhm.
they come out with something like miraculous, I probably would just pass on it.
You'll pass on it?
Yeah.
That's surprising. That really surprises me.
I mean, what was that last Batman they gave away? What was that
Arkham Knight.
one?
the
Yeah, I played it
last
and I
one.
just didn't beat it. It's like it's a good game. It's just I don't feel like playing it.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was like, I might be just done with it. Like, there's some franchises where, like, when you play one or two of the games, it's like, unless they make a drastic change, it's gonna be more the same. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to play it no more.
Okay. Well, those are the two things I wanted to talk about,
Okay.
which was mentioned. But we can talk about the PlayStation 5 if you want.
I mean,
'Cause
it's
that was
not
How the
that
PlayStation
big.
5 is made in China, so therefore your console
Oh
gonna have
my
the
gosh.
Corona.
Jigga. No, Jigga, not
The
that.
PlayStation 5 gonna have Coronas, bruh.
Yes,
Hey, don't get it
This
day
man.
one,
this man
bruh.
with
Don't
his
get it day
this
one.
this man Jigga with the whole what's it called Xbox
But you know
fanboy.
the Xbox is made in America, so therefore you won't get that
Fuck
coronavirus,
Xbox.
dog.
Actually, it's made
And no,
in
I'm joking.
China,
All consoles are. No, I'm joking. All
sir.
consoles are made in China, bro.
Oh, but we could talk quickly. By
The
the
hell?
way, the tariffs will not have an effect on increased price for
That's
the
nice.
next gen system. So,
Yeah, they rolled a deal with China or something.
yeah, kind of glad about that. Um, and what
But
else? I'm trying
um,
to see if there's any other. Oh yeah, PlayStation 5 website thing. I mean, there's not much to be said. Essentially, they have nothing to announce at this moment. So
oh,
yeah.
this is just come in as well. Evo 2020 just picked up no Mortal Kombat 11 at the event, but they'll have um Tekken 7, Smash Brothers Ultimate, Dragon Ball Z Fighters, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, Street Fighter 5 Champions Edition, Soul Calibur 5, Grand Fantasy Venus, Samurai Showdown, and Under Night in Birth.
Mm-hmm.
So that's for the Evo lineup.
Yeah, that's a good
And
lineup.
and
Yeah.
very small tidbit of news. Last of Us gets a M rating. Not surprised. I mean, I don't understand why people were very like, oh my gosh, there's an M rating. It's like, okay, yes, we know that.
I'm upset. I don't want M-rated games in my household.
Oh man,
Get it out of here.
that means you gotta get rid of all your games.
No, I don't.
Mm,
2K is T for teen. Yeah.
definitely not, sir.
Yeah, 2K is T for teen.
I mean,
Even though it
there's
shouldn't
no
Those
be, but
surprise.
like
microtransactions should
gambling.
be rated M,
Yeah,
sir.
it
Wait,
definitely
wait,
should be.
there's no surprise for what's it called, The Last of Us Part 2 being because of all the guns and all of that within the game.
I
So
mean,
that should
wait a
be a
minute.
surprise.
Uncharted got guns, sir.
No, but plus there's what's that thing
Can't you
called?
like fucking hack somebody's head in half or some shit? Like,
Yeah, and Last of Us, yeah.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It need to be matured out. I mean, I really don't care either way. Like, I'm gonna play it. So.
I still think it'll sell well. Like
I mean, of
regardless,
course it will.
I just
Really?
wonder what is your guys' prediction for the sales for that game?
What? So well, probably even more than the original.
You
Nah,
think
I
it's
say around 3.5.
3.5? Okay.
Wait for what?
Last of
Okay.
Us sales part 2 compared to part 1.
I think eventually it's gonna outsell it, but not. I mean, the thing is, they have two versions, PS3 and PS4. That's the thing.
Yeah, they're not gonna. Yeah, that is true. Actually, you're right about that. Yeah, I'll
It's gonna take a long
step
time
that
for it to
aside.
outsell it,
Yeah.
but initial sales is definitely gonna be better.
Okay.
I forgot to mention.
Wow, hold up, wait.
what
The first one made 17 million. Damn, I'm way off.
happened?
So it might be like 20. Damn.
Yeah,
20.
yeah,
I'd say
eventually.
25. I'd say 25.
Damn. Yeah. I completely forgot. There was a game trailer. I forgot for Doom Eternal was really dope.
Oh
there-
yeah,
there
that
are-
shit
Oh,
was
dude.
fucking sick.
And there are
Yes.
That was
cutscenes. They
wicked.
confirmed there are cutscenes in the game, and I know some people were doom and gloom about that. I personally don't care because listen,
I mean,
Doom's
there were basically cutscenes in the first Doom.
at the
so-
ending in the beginning. That's what I felt there was a cutscene, beginning and ending, but that wasn't really much. But this one seems like there's more cutscenes. I said that Doom had good environmental storytelling, but basic storyline, like you have to know, like, read everything and stuff like that. And that's to me, I've always been a person saying, like, listen, environmental storytelling is great, but I would like a also good main plot point, you know, in my games, right? And like I love Bloodborne, right? But I always criticize the main story as not being good, but the environmental storytelling is phenomenal in that game. Like, but I always will criticize Bloodborne for not having a good, main story, kind of told out. throughout. You know what I mean? I can't be, giving games passes here and there. But yeah, it seems like they're doing that. That's dope. And FF7 had a good ass trailer that just came out Friday, I believe, for the theme song. Shit was really, really good. I loved everything about that trailer. And the visuals look stunning. The gameplay looks great. And I'm not waiting for the PC version, even though that's been kind of leaked for it. Like, I can't wait for that. So I will be purchasing, that first class edition for the game. I've been always getting hyped, seeing Genova, and some people not realizing about the whole cross-dressing thing, and people thinking, I don't want to go into that aspect because people never played the original game. So.
Spoilers, damn, bro.
Huh?
You spoiling the game, bro.
What the fuck? I thought you watched the trailer, bro.
No, I actually did watch it.
Ah, there you go. See. What else? You see Genova, Sephiroth, all that cool stuff, and them expanding the story. We talk about the reunion. I don't know how they're gonna expand on the reunion, and all that part, and also expanding on Genova. So this can be interesting. But otherwise, I watched that trailer quite a bit, so I'm pretty hyped for it. But it comes out April 10th with that month delay. And yeah, but did anyone else see the trailer and their thoughts?
I actually don't remember if I saw it or not.
I mean, I saw it. Voice acting not that great, but other than that, visuals look good. It look like it's gonna be good.
Mm-hmm.
This comes from someone who hasn't played the first one. I mean, was the original? Yeah, I didn't play it, so I don't know who the characters were or what they're about, but it looks good.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm just going in blind.
Yep.
All right.
And I guess quickly talk, because I did mention this. I'm very hyped for it. Castlevania Season 3 has been announced officially.
Confirmed.
And it's coming out on March 5th. So I thought they were going to change main characters, but they didn't. It's going to be Trevor Belmont as well, along with Alucard, and I forgot the girl's name, the chick. And I'm going to post the poster here so people can see it, in the panel. Looks dope. I dig the artwork, of course.
Castlevania.
And I thought the chick was going to be the main villain, but it seems like that guy in the middle is. I don't know the lore behind all that. And then we saw, of course, the guy that's like naked or some shit like that. That dude got fucked up, man, by the blonde vampire chick. Basically, it just made him essentially a slave. And then, yeah, it'll be interesting. But I was a big fan of the Castlevania show for the first 2 seasons, and I think they upped their episode limit. I think it's 10 now. I could be wrong, or 8. I don't know. But very much hyped for it. But I feel like the season 4, right? I feel like they're going to have to give it to Simon after this. Because, Dracula comes back every, is it 1,000 years? I think it's 1,000 years. So you're going to have Simon Belmont. So, yeah. And next thing, Altered Carbon Season 2.
That's what I'm looking forward to, dog.
So, I let it be known to Blessed how I feel about Anthony Mackie. I would have liked Anthony Mackie.
The main character? I don't know his name.
The main actor.
Well, the new main character.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Because he uses different sleeves and stuff like that. I kind of was
Yeah.
like, when I knew season 1 was over, I was like, I hope they have Idris Elba, but they have Anthony. Listen, I haven't watched a lot of Anthony's material. I've heard I don't know. I feel like I've heard mixed things about him. I heard he
Yeah,
has
me,
range, and then I heard sometimes he doesn't.
like me and Red Hood are on the same. Like, we're not saying that he won't do good. It's just like coming to a serious role. Like it's hard to see him in a serious role.
Yeah.
And like that's my biggest problem with it.
Because I would have had more confidence if they put Edris Alba in it. You know what I mean?
Facts.
And I would have been like, okay, that man has range. But you know, they have some images popped up that they didn't show in the teaser trailer of it. So some characters are returning, of course. Oh, yeah. And it's going to be interesting. I like the first season. I hope the second season is good. It comes out February 27th on Netflix. So if you guys are interested in that, check it out. Also, check out the first season if you haven't. Very much enjoyed the first season. And it's based on books, so if you want to read the books, you can also read the books. Yeah, and then the next shows that were kind of announced and were at the Super Bowl. The was it Falcon and the Winter Soldier?
That was WandaVision.
WandaVision and Loki. Loki has to do with time cops and stuff like that. So if you're into that, that's not coming out until next year. Next year, Falcon and the Winter Soldier will come out in August. Mandalorian will come out in, I believe, October, and WandaVision comes out. What was it? Was it November or December? I forgot. It's one or the other. So, well, if you guys are interested in those shows, will be coming out on Disney Plus. But yeah, overall, there wasn't much, happening, and I wouldn't be surprised if we get no news. Oh wait, I completely forgot Resident Evil 8. That's one of the big things that happened. Oh shit.
Oh shit.
I forgot about that.
First person.
Yes.
Going back.
It's gonna. Let me read the first potential Resident Evil 8 details. It is a rumor / leak, but Nebel has been hearing the same things, which she's pretty reliable when it comes to shit like this. And so first thing first, Ethan from 7 is the protagonist. I don't know why he would come back and do this shit. I feel like they need to explain that shit, because me as a random individual, I'd be like, fuck that shit. I'm not dealing with any of that bullshit. Fucking zombies and shit like that? Hell no. Get me the fuck away. So yeah, first person. Zombies return. New enemy type, werewolves. So it's like a werewolf zombies. New stalker enemy type. I don't know if that means like Nemesis or Mr. X or whatnot. I have no idea if that's what they mean, or if they're fucking saying just random like stalker enemy, which I think that they actually mean that. And Chris Redfield will return in some form. I'm not surprised if we even have some gameplay sections. We've had that with Resident Evil 7's DLCs. So, yeah, and then Nebel tweeted out saying, update Eurogamer says that the sources close to Capcom have told them Resident Evil 8 or whatever this RE project might be called will indeed be a first-person title. And, what else did he say? I'm trying to make sure. Yeah. He also said, like, he's heard that things that... Okay, so how... Someone, responded, how trustworthy is this, hoping for VR support? And he says, it matches with the stuff I've been hearing, which is why I went forward with it. The info in the video is all coming from a playtest that Capcom had some time ago, apparently. So... Yeah, so expect this game probably to come out next year, and I have a feeling it's probably cross-gen. Or not cross-gen, just PS4, backwards compatibility with PS5. That's what I think. But yeah, that really is it.
Resident Evil is gonna be good.
Yeah, but...
the Super Bowl trailers for the movies. Fast 9.
Ew, Fast 9. Fuck that movie.
I see.
Yeah, you know, I'm gonna say that. Fuck that movie, because I'm getting sick of this shit. Like, before we go into Fast 9, because I got a rant. Resident Evil 8, very excited for. Some people are mad that they're not going to third person like RE2 and RE3. Like, listen, you got those games. First person was pretty actually scary, to be honest, in RE7, especially with VR, from what I heard.
I have a first person mod for Ferrari too.
Well, what about you, Jigga? RE8, sir?
I'm good.
Oh man.
I don't play those games.
What if somebody?
He doesn't play those games like
What
Nev
if?
does.
What if someone gifts it to you?
I will be
Still hacking
obliged
to play
to
it.
play it. No, I would play it.
Oh shit!
I wouldn't like it, but I'm not gonna like. If somebody spend their money on me to play the game, I'm gonna play it.
Oh hell yeah!
Hmm?
That's what I like to hear, Jigga.
Oh, he's gonna gift it.
No, well, I'm gonna gift RE3 to him.
You're gonna get okie doked. You can be like, ah. Actually, not.
Damn, better not be the case.
So
Just set up.
But yeah, no, I'll probably gift Jigga RE3 then, and RE8. This definitely what's gonna end up happening along with Chop. But yeah, anybody else want to add anything before we do our outros? Anything?
Yeah.
You're just.
Oh
giving
yeah,
out free
the
games?
Wait, I completely forgot.
I want some free games.
Oh yeah, free games. You get BioShock Collection with PS Plus, and I forgot something. I think that was the only noteworthy one. I feel.
Yeah, that was Bioshock. It was just fucking Bioshock. So.
Yeah, but Fast 9 trailer was so dumb, so dumb. So
I
dumb.
didn't even watch it.
Don't even watch it.
So I watched the trailer, right? Here's my
Dumb.
perspective.
You cannot have mention after 9 freaking. This is the 9th movie that your little brother. You have a little brother after 9 movies. John Cena is your little brother. Like, that is so dumb. That is so dumb. And Han is alive.
Is back?
That's so dumb. That's so dumb. You cannot just you can't. He exploded.
Justice for Han.
No. He exploded. He exploded.
I think
I'm
it was
sorry.
due to that hashtag Justice for Han.
That was so
thing.
dumb. That was so dumb.
That's the reason why he's back.
Yeah, I'm
They're
not
gonna
watch
put a
another
scene where
movie.
he crawls out of his vehicle at the last second.
On
before it
fire,
blows
by the
up-
way.
Before it blows up or something. I don't know.
We don't know. Right. The only
No,
thing
it's
we
so
do
dumb,
know,
bro. You gotta admit that is dumb. That is mad dumb.
it's dumb in the sense that
In every sense.
not in every sense.
Yeah.
Like it's
It's dumb. You
not in-
can't just
not
say
in-
it's not dumb.
not every sense. It's dumb in the sense that, you know, where they're placing the movie now in the timeline, because now the timeline is completely fucked. You don't know which movies.
What do you
In
mean?
what?
It takes place after 8.
No. So Han dies, right?
Yes.
Which everyone thinks it is.
Yes, he dies in
Where does
Fast 6.
Tokyo Drift.
No, he died in Fast 6.
No. It was Tokyo Drift.
Was it Tokyo
That's
Drift?
what. Yes.
Tokyo Drift.
Oh, yeah.
Tokyo-
No, you're right.
So obviously everything is all screwed up. So obviously now it's like that's the big fucked up thing, is like the timeline. Where do you exactly put it? In what ascending order, or from this time to this time? See, that's the really fucked up thing. But the only cool thing I'll say about this movie is, and before you say it, yes, my boy John Cena versus Vin Diesel is probably the baddest thing I've seen in the trailer. Right. Jigga, shut the fuck up.
Oh man, big sleep.
But the girl fight scene, I'm really excited to see. Like, we've never had something like that, except for, I think it was Fast 6, was it?
I'm sorry,
Born in
bro. This movie should have stopped after Fast 2.
So, Taladius, here's a question.
I'm not
When
watching
you watch
this
the
trash.
movie, your brain just like turn off, or
I did
I'm
watch
not
the
watching
movie.
this shit.
I mean, like when you watch these type of movies, like what a Resident. The Resident
No, because... No. Jigga, that's a fucking dumb question to ask.
Yo, his brain just becomes
I'm
smooth.
not gonna lie.
okay?
To lie to
His
ya,
brain just becomes smooth. He
anytime
becomes a
I
smooth
go with
brain.
people to see this, bro, I went to an early screening of Fast 8, and my brain turned off.
You see, this is between, like, for me, this is...
Smooth
I either go
brain
watch...
activated.
No. The thing is, for me, I either go watch Fast 9, or I go watch No Time to Die.
No time to die. What the fuck?
That's the James Bond movie. Was also
Then
the
go
super-
watch the James Bond movie.
And that also was like... I was like... Yeah, I don't know what to do, because...
Go watch the. One looks better than the other. By
Because
far.
I've got a free ticket to go and see this, right?
Go watch James Bond.
Mhm.
You'll thank me later.
We'll see, because like
Because
I said,
that's so dumb. You can't tell me he had a little brother for 9 movies now.
It's okay. Taladia likes making bad decisions. He bought Kakarot.
Oh man.
Wow.
oh wow,
I
hey,
argue with
I
that.
He
bought it
likes
for,
making
I did
bad
it for content.
decisions.
Wait, Jigga, not Jigga, bless you, I bought it for content reasons. I bought it for streaming
Nah,
reasons.
you said you wanted that game before content. Come on.
Yeah,
Nah.
you definitely did.
I did it for content, innit? What else am I gonna play? Fucking Rainbow Six Siege for 12 months.
You could play
Yes.
Last of Us.
I heard that game is still pop.
You could play
No,
Last
not
of
on
Us.
Twitch.
Oh yeah, you haven't even finished Last of Us, have you?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, why don't you stream
Yeah,
Last of Us?
Stream that.
Streamed The Last of Us. Hardly anybody is really into that.
Whoa, no,
What the
you
fuck?
can't do it. No,
I'm about to watch some Kakarot, bro.
Bro, people said the same thing about Metal Gear Solid 5, and I had 20 concurrent viewers when I was playing that game, when I was streaming consistently. People were wanting that game even though it was old.
You see, I'm thinking of doing the Uncharted series and focusing strictly on that for the time being, and then finish Last of Us Part
Uh-huh.
1.
What about Persona?
Persona? Did I get Persona?
Should.
I'm
No,
getting
I didn't get Persona. I only got 3 games.
Wow.
So
But you bought
I'm that,
Kakarot for 16, you could've got Persona for like 20.
bro. When I bought Kakarot, I had to get it, man.
You did not have to.
You
That
didn't-
is
yeah,
a
you didn't
lie.
have
had
to.
to.
See, this is
No.
a bunch of cap. I'm not even. I'm toned out. You're
Bro,
just
I had to
capping
get-
now.
Okay, explain why you had to.
That cap
Because
on this
I
app.
I never played Raging
Right.
Blast. I never played
Oh.
any other Dragon Ball.
Okay. Why can't you just wait for this game to go on sale?
Because I know that
Because-
I was game sharing with somebody as well.
Well,
I-
your
what-
game share partner can wait until it goes on sale.
Nah, I
$20.
can't say
That
that.
the
I
guy
can't
wanted
say
to
that,
stream
bro.
it. He wanted to stream it as well.
Oh my.
So
Then why didn't
so
he
I-
help pay for it?
he got me like $60 of games. You know that, right?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he paid for like big games like
Dude,
Call
wait,
of
You
Duty.
could have paid for better games, so he could have.
I
game
paid for
shared.
like I didn't get Call of Duty, right? He got me Call of Duty. Right. Call of
Listen,
Duty.
listen. You could have got Persona 5, and he would have been like, "Damn,
Persona
I'm glad
5.
you bought Persona 5 instead of Dragon Ball Kakarot."
No, I
There
ain't
you
gonna do
go,
it. Like
bro.
some people would not join Persona, so I'm not gonna do that. And if he enjoyed Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, I'm pretty sure he won't like Persona.
Nah, but
It's
it's like
called no taste, sir.
Yeah, he don't like quality.
You don't like
He
good
don't like
games.
quality.
I'm trying to try that Escape at Tarkov thing. That
Oh
new
no!
game.
Why are you listening?
That
to
game
Joe?
is. How would
Nah,
you
I'm-
play
I
that?
wanna
That game
try-
has a lot of buttons and like.
Now I just want to see what it's like. You know.
I hate those type of games, bro. Like PC games like that where it's like it be too many buttons, bro. I don't like
See,
that.
I tried. Wolf,
Yeah, you can't play
Warframe.
that with a controller, fella.
See,
Try playing Arma
actually,
with a
there's a-
controller.
I mean, I've tried Warframe. Is a bit you can play with controller, but it's a bit complex. But then I re-downloaded Destiny 2,
Mhm.
but I'm way behind, and I need to get the DLC, and I'm not paying for the DLC. It's too.
Then you'll always be behind because there's a soft cap.
Yeah, soft cap at 950 or whatever. So
I
I'm
don't
only
know
at
this.
750. That's what it is. I'm only at 750. So I'm just like, nah, I'm not gonna waste my time on that. Instead, I'm just like playing I'll play Kakarot until it's finished. Then I'll play the last Uncharted and then Last of Us.
Destiny
And then-
2 is also another stream game. The game is popular, but you know.
But like obviously you need to get the DLC within, and obviously I can't afford it. Obviously I can't get it because I got Amazon vouchers, which is $25. I can't get the Steam.
Yeah, you
vouchers
don't
with it.
need to get the Steam version to stream it,
No. So the DLC
or the
part.
DLC to stream it.
No, I'm already up to already. I've got a Shadow Keep thing already, and I've done
Wait,
all
so
of Shadow
wait,
Keep.
wait. But that's it then. That's the expansion.
No, there's another DLC that's just come out for not for sale.
No,
no,
that's a season.
Sorry.
That's not a.
Oh, sorry. I got Forsaken DLC. I finished that already.
Oh,
just
Forsaken. Then then the
Yeah.
Shadow Keeps the newest one.
Yeah, I need to get the Shadow Keep. That's the
It's
one
like
which I
$30,
need to get.
I think.
And I've only got 25. So on
$30 too
Amazon.
much, bro. $30 too much. Trash.
Wow. I mean, I have been getting back into the old games though, such as
Should be Persona
Games.
5. Persona 5. Persona 5.
No, I've been.
Bro.
I really want to try Yakuza. What's it called?
Yakuza? That's a
Yeah.
good game.
Yakuza.
See,
The fuck was
I
that?
can't pronounce
You
it.
sneeze?
what was
No,
that
I
mean?
can't-
Yeah.
I can't pronounce
like
it, but I want to
Yakuza.
try it.
Yeah, I thought you sneezed for a second.
No, I want to try that Yakuza game, right? I
Which
want to
one?
try that.
There's a lot of games.
The latest one. Doesn't matter.
What do you mean?
Yakuza
Huh?
6, I guess.
No,
Doesn't
Yakuza
matter.
6 isn't even the latest. That's
He
Kiwami
mean
2.
Kwame. He mean Kwame Brown.
Oh my god.
Kiwami, bro.
Or do you mean Judgment?
Nah, honestly, I don't mind. I want to try different games out, of course, right? I just don't want to be stuck onto that one single game, which is
Or are you trying to
You
get
know.
it for PS4?
yes.
Kiwami 2 is like the latest one, but the thing is, you need to play 0, 1, 2.
Oh man, that's.
And then they got the remaster collection coming out 3, 4, and 5, and then you got 6.
No, that sucks. Then forget that. Then.
What do you mean? You just said what? Because you have to play the other games in order to understand.
No, I know that, but that was like more money than in it.
I mean, they're pretty
In it.
cheap.
In it.
Like Yakuza 0 is like
to do it.
probably like $20, $15.
Too much.
You have a PC. Just wait for it to come to PC Game Pass.
I mean, his PC ain't that strong though. No,
Yeah, my
but
PC
Yeah,
no,
it's
no, no,
60. That shit gonna
No,
run that
Di-
shit.
Didn't they say Yakuza's only
old-ass game.
available for the Game Pass for consoles though?
Yeah.
Oh, well then he's fucked.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's why I have to get. That's why I'm only getting console games now. I'm not getting PC. Big PC games. Like I started playing the Ark. Go back into a little bit of the Arkham just to see what it's like on PC.
That
But
sucks.
it's
Because you can. Let me see something. You can get PC. I mean, you can get PC games cheaper. You can
Yeah,
get console
somebody
games.
gifted me Arkham Origins out of he really wanted me to play that on stream. I was just like, okay, I'll try that.
Yeah.
And
I see. Yeah, I see Yakuza 0 for $9. Yakuza
there you go.
Kiwami for $12.50.
But
Is
you
this
know
on
what I'm
Steam
actually
or,
gonna buy?
PS4.
I need to look into different things that I really want to try out. Something which is multiplayer, something which is shooter based or fighting based. I wouldn't even mind playing Thing. What's that game?
Persona.
No, not Persona.
Oh,
it's a-
Persona
it's a
5, The Royal.
No.
Oh my God.
It's an actual.
Persona 5 Scramble.
you and your
So the first Scrabble.
you and your Persona. I'm talking about an actual fighting game. I'm
Oh, you
thinking
mean
about-
Persona 4?
Yeah, Arena.
Go Persona 4 Arena?
No, I'm thinking. Oh, that's it. MK11. I'm thinking about
Ew.
getting MK11.
Ew.
Interesting.
No, I'm joking. I never played it, so I can say.
I
that.
never played the MK games before. I've always only played Injustice. Red Hood knows that. I've only
Mhm.
played the Injustice series. I've never played it.
Mortal Kombat 11's more like Street Fighter. It's more set play.
Mhm.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I have been playing COD though a little bit. I just gotta get back into it. That's the only game I have to get back into is Call of Duty because I've got I've got loads of hours, and as long as I can get people to play with, I'm fine. with that.
But he hasn't played with me. Hates to you.
Jigga, you don't even ask me, bro. You don't even DM me. I'm on the game.
Man.
You don't even
Jacob be
DM me.
streaming randomly at like 11 p.m.
Yeah,
Look,
You don't even know what
dog,
game
it
you be
be
playing?
like that, dog. It be
he'll
like-
play like some random thing like NBA or flipping Madden or some shit like that, and I see him and I'm just like, bruh,
Cause
bruh, I'm
man,
playing.
fun. Oh man, you stop hating.
Nah, I'm not. I'm
Madden's
just
fun.
saying. I'm just
Oh,
saying, man. Those are the games. Those are the games I see you stream at the time.
All on the Jack Move Tech.
Low
But it's
key,
like,
the only
hell,
reason I'm playing that because people bought it for me.
people
Mm.
bought it for you. Okay. I mean, hell, I lucky I did not buy a WWE game this year. I'm so fucking happy I didn't buy it.
Oh man, I
You
wish
should never
did.
buy it.
You should have
No,
got it and then never updated, so you got the like original version, which
Oh,
was
no.
completely broken.
no,
That's
no,
not-
Jigga. Just
That
no.
was actually funny. Like that was funnier, bro. Like,
What the
That
fuck?
I mean, it was
I'm-
funny to watch. I don't know about play.
No.
look,
I wouldn't. I was gonna get it for the thing, but because I would love to, you know, I wish they, you could update this, that, and the other, but there's so many bugs that it's still broken. The game crashes, both consoles, PlayStation 4 and Xbox, and I've seen that on Twitter recently.
Squeak.
Yeah, squeaky squeak.
Damn straight.
wow, they coming at you, dog.
They are coming at me.
Yeah, fucking desk.
But honestly, though, it's like obviously next generation is a big thing now, so obviously I have to save up, and gonna have to play the old games like Rainbow Six Siege, and Call of Duty, and maybe even-
Persona.
no, not Persona. You and your Persona, man. Maybe even get back into
Persona.
comic book games.
Look, I'll stream Persona 1 where I'll hopefully.
Even though I'm trying to get out of it, it's always trying to pull me back. That's the
Oh,
only
did
thing.
you know? Oh wait, no. Actually, that's wrong. Never mind. Continue.
Well, no. Say it. Don't.
No. I was thinking that I was like, wait, no. Persona isn't based on a manga. It's an original game. So
Yeah. I thought you were gonna say Arkham or something. No, I want to get back into like Injustice 2 and start playing the online multiplayer for that, because I think that game.
you know what has multiplayer?
What?
Persona 4 Arena Ultimax.
There you go.
You and your flipping Persona.
Sure, that's a fighting game. So
It is.
I mean, I want to try something different, though. I just don't want to
no,
stick to
that is something
Yeah.
different. That is very different.
Like, I never played Mortal Kombat. I've never played Street Fighter, like the newest Street Fighter. I haven't played Tekken either. So
You also haven't played Persona 4 Arena Ultimax.
you and your
Jesus Christ, bro.
bruh,
Yo, listen, I'm being paid by Atlas, sir.
You're playing by wait, you're getting paid by Atlas?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Show.
Yeah, just to
Yeah,
try and
bro.
promote it.
You didn't hit us with no money, dog. Oh man.
You know, I also did that. I installed the Fortnite as well on
You need
PC.
to boycott, bro. Boycott.
Boycott Fortnite?
Yeah, I
What-
boycott Fortnite. I'm never playing that
Yeah.
game ever again.
No, I'm boycotting the stream till I get my
That game is pretty difficult to play.
Listen,
sir.
sir. Atlas
my
didn't
free
contact me.
copy of Royale.
Oh, shoot. Listen, I get a
But you know, there's
free
one-
Ultimate Edition or Collector's
There's
Edition.
one game that if the price drops to the right price, I'll get it. And this is for you, Red Hood.
Oh, dude, I need you to stream that whole game. I don't need
If
no
the price
skip.
drops. Wait, if the price drops though, if it's like
What are you talking about? The original Persona 5 or Persona 5 Royal?
no, I'm talking about fucking Death Stranding, bro.
What? Wait, what? I thought we were
Yes.
talking about Persona, now we're talking Death Stranding? Listen, it's $35 for Death Stranding right now.
No, it's £54 here in the UK on PC.
PC? Oh, you're getting it for PC.
Ew.
Mhm.
Interesting.
I'm just messing with
You
you.
might as well get that shit for console. What the fuck? I thought you were getting more games for console.
Yeah, I'll get it for console, but it's like I'm gonna obviously I don't know when the price will drop for it, will I? So if it depends on where price drops first. So if it drops on PC first, I'll get it for PC. If it drops on console, I'll get it for console. But that's one game I really want to try,
If you don't go to like a Walmart or some shit,
bro. I can't even drive, so don't even ask.
you
I
stuck
don't-
at home? What the fuck?
I don't drive.
No,
Dude,
he doesn't drive.
You have. You have to have some form of transportation. You're not just
Get a
Bro,
stuck
taxi.
in
like,
Get
your
a
house.
taxi driver.
bro, I even have to like once selling my PlayStation 4, I'll have to go. My brother and myself, I'll have to go in his car to take both our PlayStations to hand it both in
That's
just to get.
transportation.
But
That's
he's working. That's the only thing. He's
Mm.
working, so it kind of sucks.
Uber?
Just
But
have
still,
Jigga drive you.
Wow.
Jigga
There you
doesn't
go.
live in the UK. Jigga doesn't live in the UK.
He-
So
Reconnected now. Gosh dang it,
If it's-
OBS.
yeah, blame OBS guys, because he was talking too much about Persona. That's why.
Did you just talk trash about Persona?
I'm joking, man. Take a chill pill.
Take a chill pill. You take a chill pill, sir. You don't ever talk trash about Persona.
Jesus.
Or you go be sleeping with the fishes. Reconnected now. You know what I mean?
No, trust me. No, trust me. I'll explain why after the stream. Why I said that.
Damn. Shout out to the one dislike on the stream.
Really? We got one dislike?
Yeah. Got like 4 likes and 1 dislike. Shout out to you guys.
That's bull.
Might be Meds. Meds does this sometimes.
Meds?
Oh man.
Don't do that. That's cool.
Oh no. Meds doesn't. I support it. But yeah.
Fellas.
I think that was a good
Funny episode.
I don't know. It was a very interesting turn of events towards the end. Because we just talked randomly. But I guess time to do our outros. Make sure to like, subscribe, check out Twitter. Yo, whoa, man, you did chill, bro. You wouldn't shut up about Persona. Listen, Meds, I'm
What
getting
did he
you.
say?
Listen, Meds, I'm gonna get you Persona 5 Royal.
What did he say?
Definitely, what? He's the one that did it. Oh, that was too much. Shout out to Meds for giving the dislike. Because I wouldn't shut up about Persona. I'm getting you Royal, sir. Nothing you can do about it.
You can try.
Yeah, comment below. I'm gonna figure something out. Put this in SoundCloud, and then figure something out with Spotify. I don't know what, but yeah. Follow me on Twitter, redhood240. Twitch, I will live stream when I am 100%. Right now, I'm at like 90-something%. You know, because I'm coughing a little bit, but you know, way better than before. But yeah, who else is gonna do their outros?
Jigga first. Jigga.
Oh man, Jigga gone.
But night. Alright. See you later. Twitch.tv/bestred. Alright. Go, Talati.
Jigga. I know he's on mute.
Bruh, just
Yo,
go.
Talia, it's your turn. Let's go.
God damn.
Alright, so you can find me on Twitter, which is at Taladia Plays. On Twitter, on YouTube is Taladia Plays, and also on Twitch, which is twitch.tv/Taladia Plays. I'll be live tomorrow for Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, and we'll be doing the Cell games. And we'll be trying to just finish that bit of the saga off, and then we'll be doing a bit of side missions. And I'll be streaming about 8:39 p.m. UK time, and I'll be doing a big thing. Also, I'll be doing a couple of YouTube videos in a couple of weeks. I don't know when, but I have got something big planned for the Arkham stuff, so I've got that. But also make sure you check out the 2-Bit Content guys on Twitter, which is at 2-Bit Content, where we have a great community and all of that. So please make sure you check us all out there. And that's pretty much it. Jigga's not here.
I guess I'll do Jigga's outro. You're to follow Jigga on Twitch at Jigga. Was it Jigga 1 April's?
Jigga April 1.
Oh, Jigga April 1. Same thing with Twitter. And I think same thing with YouTube, right?
Yeah, Jigga April 1, Twitch, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, and I think it's Twitter. Yeah, I think it's. He hasn't got his thing connected, so.
Yep. It is what it is. Yeah, thank you for everyone tuning in. Thank you guys. You guys are awesome. Watching this as a past broadcast, thank you for doing that as well. So, this is the Overleveled podcast. Signing off.
Peace out.
See you guys.